motivation, easy. Easy. Monday, 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 motivation.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Easy Monday Motivation. It is your homeboy E checking in with my favorite crew to be, CT and Johnny My Liege. How y'all doing?
What's up?
What's
Hey,
going on?
we in here, man. We in here, and it is December. All right, where's the?
It's December? What?
We have made it, y'all. It's December.
Good,
The
y'all.
12th month.
I can't even believe it. It's
I
December.
can't believe it.
We made
Did you not know it is December 4th as well? Today is a very interesting holiday
okay.
because there's two national days that we deal with. What up, David? What up?
What up?
Cousin Sid.
Hey, what up, mama? All right.
Right.
We about to get the shouting and tambourining before you know it. But we about to. But today is two special days. One of them is National Dice Day, which means you're always playing. You know what I'm saying, with the roll of a dice. This is a dicey life we live sometimes. And today is my little sister's birthday. That's the reason why it's roll the dice. My mom rolled the dice.
Happy
My
birthday.
mom rolled the dice and had a little daughter, my little sister. Okay, I don't even know why she did that. Like, mom, put the dice away. I'm just playing.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to little sister. Shout out to
Happy
little
birthday, happy birthday. She shares a birthday with Jay-Z too, so I know she's pretty happy about that. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. So shout out to my little sister, little Dana. I hate your face. Also gonna that's something between us. It's
So much
natural.
love right there.
Obviously,
I mean, actually, she looks like me. Which, when I say I hate her face, I'm just saying, like, man, you look like me. I don't like that. So, okay.
You hear how he tried to fix that? Do you see the fix?
I mean, it's the truth.
right
But I
there?
got a whole song. Y'all know about the whole hate your face, but it's okay. We're gonna let that slide. And there's another day that we're celebrating today.
Okay.
Today is National Santa's Wish List Day.
Ah.
Today is the day that kids would have sent their letters to Santa because they would be expecting at this point to get some sort of feedback from Santa to let them know whether or not they're on a good list. And they didn't ask for stuff, and they don't went the whole school year. They done did the Thanksgiving, and the Black Friday doesn't happen, and like, Santa, it's my turn. So today would be the day that kids will put their wish lists out, and I think that's a very special day.
We would be completely irresponsible if we just let that slide. I mean, let's just be real clear. I want to know. And since this is is this PG program? This PG?
Yes.
So I want to know, like, and maybe kids are watching. I want to know, when did your household tell you that there was no Santa?
I was hoping that question came up.
When did you find out that there was no Santa? And I'm gonna call it that without going into all the details about all the other things that come with the question. I'm just curious, Johnny Nee, when did y'all find out?
Did you just find out today, E? Is that what happened with CT just told us?
I am normally I don't do this, but I gotta.
Did he just break the news to you? I'm sorry, friend.
My mama's a liar.
Gotta grow them up.
I'm sorry.
At some point in time, we got to mature the room.
Listen, I never believed in Santa Claus because my sister is 12 years older than me and my brother is 8 years older than me. You think they let that ride? There's no way. I mean, I never remember a time that I believed in Santa Claus. They shut that down very early. Okay. So I always knew it was mom and dad.
So, and apparently Santa's never ever come to y'all's house, CT. So I mean, I get it. Okay.
As long as we put a 4 in front of that or an N in front of it. Add letters. Never, ever. Oh, never, ever. Please.
You're
not getting credit. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I did take the time to teach my son the story of Saint Nicholas, not Santa Claus. So that way he would be grounded in some historical fact with the fantasy that I had to kind of crush, right? So I didn't say Santa didn't exist as much as I was just like, here's who Santa is, made after, and this is the spirit of Christmas, and here's the religious aspect of it. So he had context behind it, and he could formulate his own opinion of the holiday, and then that way he could enjoy Santa Claus for the fantasy element of it, and knowing that we as his parents gave him the ability to be a kid and enjoy those things.
I'm not surprised by this answer at all.
For me, this is me.
Yeah.
There's a little fantasy in everything that I try to do. But the Thompson House too. Okay. Dang.
His name was too close to Satan.
Santa getting raked across the coals today. That's what I'm trying to know.
I hear you, Chris.
Look, these easy motivationers are not here for Santa.
They're not here for it.
They're not here for Santa.
Hey, Cam, do me a favor, take the national wish list thing down, because they call it Santa Satan today. So we go
not today, Satan.
See, I blame you. My son go tune in and be like, Dad, I didn't know Santa would say that. I didn't either. CT told me today. Again.
Gosh, that is so funny.
We even get to introduce ourselves today.
Who are we?
I want to check in with you guys. Apparently, we're okay. Not today, Satan. Let's go ahead and pull that song up from Logic. I mean, it was not today, Satan. I'm just playing. I want to check in with both of you and see how your week was. Yes. I am dead too. This is a wild intro today. So
get better.
And I just want y'all to know that this started in the backstage. CT, I'm gonna call you out today. You have been rare. I think, and listen, I think it's the haircut. I know that
rare form.
You done shaved. Now you misbehave. So we're gonna check in with our local Pastor CT, aka put that up there for me, Cam, aka the chocolate drop. Let's go ahead and check in. How was your week there, sir? How you been?
I'm telling you, I need some theme music before that comes on. I need some theme music when the chocolate drop comes on.
Sound like a Dolomite song.
Season 2, look out. Season 2, get ready. No, man, look, I'm in a fantastic mood. The weekend was amazing. We had some friends come through. Shout out to y'all. You know who you are. So as others would not be jealous that they got to spend time with the chocolate drop and Miss Mel. To the extent that we just had like a really, really great time of just fellowship and connection, and it was easy. Like, excuse our term, but it was easy, no frills, no stress. And I am kicking off this week and I'm in a 6-day, all-day coaching intensive because your boy trying to upskill. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some extra skills added to the toolkit, to the tool belt. And so I've been having to think all day long. So my brain might be a little fried. So we're gonna have a little fun on this pod today. But no, I'm in a fantastic mood. So
that's excellent. I'm glad to hear it. And it's always important that we sharpen our skills. Like, the pencil gets dull if you don't use it at all. So we got to make sure we keep going. All right, Johnny, my liege, let me go ahead and check in with you.
I don't even know what to say coming off of all of this energy, but I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I've had a great week and weekend. Much like CT, it was very easy. I had good times with my family, got to hang out with my girls, my daughters. And I just brought that energy into this week, right? I'm easing into this week, embracing the vacation days that are on the horizon. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm ready to be off. Okay. So when you say it's December, bring on December because I had the last 2 weeks off.
That's what's up.
Yes, that's what I'm
That's what's
talking about. At
Mhm.
vacation, okay? She said, listen, y'all, I'm out. I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm not here. So nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Well, for me, last week was really fun. It was very productive. I had to fly, I had to travel for work. I was in New York. Always love when I get to go to the city. But I had the privilege of going to the city on the day that they actually lit the Rockefeller Christmas tree. So I got to go down. Well, I tried to go down and go see the tree, and see it lit in all of its glory at night. So you can, New York, and all of the and stuff. And I was walking past New Yorkers. We was getting there and everything. And I was like, oh, it's right there on that street. Like I could see it on the map and everything. And the cop stopped me. He was like, hey, nah, you can't go any further. I was like, huh? He was like, nah, it's all shut down. It's all shut down. Nobody can get through. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, nah, can't go. He said, come back tomorrow. So I was a little disappointed, but my tenacity is one of legend, because you already know the first thing I did was get up in the morning. I'm like, yeah, my first meeting is at 9. I'm walking my butt to that thing early, and we getting over here before and I got it before the day started. So I didn't get it at night because I wanted the night shot, but I did get it. So I'm still satisfied that I got to be in New York and take a picture of the historic, Rockefeller tree. These are landmark moments in my milestone things that I can say that I've done. So yeah, that was my week. The fish are great. Like I said, it's my little sister's birthday, so I got to hang out with them. So I got to hang out with family, got to do a lot of fun stuff. I whooped my mom's butt in Unstable Unicorns. This is a card game. She was really mad the whole time, but I just told her, I said, the name of the game is called Unstable Unicorns, and you sit down and played it with your most unstable child, and you thought she was going to win. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mom for, losing the way that she does. Like, I'm just saying.
We need your mom on the episode. I need to talk to her. Let's invite her on the episode on season 2. Because
I got a question though, Johnny. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear when he was imitating the police officer? Did you hear the tone? Like I was like, wait a minute, who?
Yes.
I looked around. I was like, I checked my ears to make sure that it was still him. Interesting. I've never heard your New York accent before.
I mean, forget about it. All right, let's keep moving on. We're gonna keep moving on. But I say all that to say that it was a wonderful week, and it was so exciting to get to today, because today is a fun day for us. We're gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna, if you're in the audience and you're tuning in, we do this because we want to make sure we get interaction with you guys as well. But today we're gonna talk about our motivational wish list. And when we talk about motivational wish lists, there's two types, right? There's the things that that you wish you could do and you just haven't been motivated to do. And there are those things that you are doing that you need to be motivated to do, right? So when I separate those two, in my own instance, I'm giving an example. In those instances, I want to really learn Japanese. I really do. It's something that I have set as a goal for myself a long time ago. And I have Rosetta Stone, all 3 levels. Like I have Duolingo. Like I practice it and I listen to it, but I'm not truly motivated to learn Japanese. It's just something I want to do, right? And there's a difference in how you interact or how you approach something that you want to do. It's something that you're motivated to do, right? So with that example in mind, I want to kind of come to both of you to say, like, first, we want to start with, if you had to create a motivational wish list, how would you do it? Right? Like, let's be realistic. How would you do this? We want to put some practicality to the work that we're talking about, because at the end of this, whatever list that everyone comes up with, we want you to put this in your vision board. We want you to carry this list forward so that you will constantly be reminded, hey, I got more stuff that I need to do. I got something else that I said that I want to knock out. Here's how I'm going to step towards these things. So I'm going to start with you, Johnny, because I know this is your realm, right? This is where you this is where you flourish. Like, how would you start a motivational wish list? And again, if you want to talk about how you can separate that list from, what you want to be motivated to do or what you need more motivation to complete.
Yeah.
I just want to hear it. Like, what about I want to hear from you.
Yeah, for sure. So when you said that, the first thing I thought about was vision board. So, and then you said vision board. So we always in sync. Mine is right up here. When I think about the things that I want to accomplish, I need to visualize it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why vision boards are really important to me. I have a couple of them around the house, and I'll notice throughout the year how things are coming to pass. But y'all might have to help me out with this wish list, this motivational wish list a little bit here. I might need some help from my brothers here, because when I think about it, I don't know if I have a list of things that I need to be more motivated to do. But what comes to my mind is discipline. Right? Because I can be motivated to do, I don't need any more motivation, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. Like I'm motivated. Okay. If it's in me, if I enjoy practicing yoga, I don't need anybody to motivate me, or I don't need to find something to motivate me to go, but I do need discipline in order to practice on a regular basis. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense. And what I would push to that point on you to say, like, yes, okay, you don't need to be motivated and you need discipline to execute on the thing that you're already kind of motivated to do. But if you didn't actually take the time to like sit down and say, I want to do yoga and do things to motivate you in yoga, then would you have truly developed the discipline to do it?
Oh no. That was not a good answer, but I'm thinking about it.
Right, because like I think like discipline requires motivation. Like you have to choose to execute the same way in this disciplined manner, and that requires you to be motivated to do it at for a specific frequency or at a level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why people do things and they're disciplined to do it. You don't just give somebody something and tell you do it, and then they just do it all the time as this disciplined method of doing it. No, there's some sort of motivation behind being disciplined to do it, right?
But you're right. So if I could, maybe we should just level set again. Y'all know I love words and the context behind them, right? So if we're using the word wish,
okay,
right, and Grandma will have something to say about that a little bit later, but at least right now, when you think about the concept of a wish, as a verb, it's not something that's easily attainable. So, Johnny, if I'm thinking in the context of a wish being something that's not easily attainable, then it resets what the list might be, because going to yoga is easy for you to attain. So that's not something you should wish for. Okay. But maybe teaching a yoga class is a wish. But that wish has to be assigned to something that you see as valuable to you. So if I wish for something and it's hard to attain, it's got to be assigned to something that I actually want to have in my life, that will produce something in my life that will make me better. Like if I wish for and I was about to be funny, so let me stay in the vein, because I was feeling myself go down a really ignorant pathway, and I figured I'll be good. So I promise I'll be a little bit good, not all the way good. But if I wished, for example, that I wanted to be a hip hop fitness instructor, let's just assume that was a wish of mine right now. Okay. There's a whole lot of stuff that I have to do that is assigned now to actions in my life that, wait a minute, that wish might not be something I want on my list, because I don't have enough time or discipline, and I'm not motivated enough to do all of the other stuff necessary to make that wish come true. So it's not even so much for me that I'm making a list that I'm wishing for, but I'm wishing in a way that says, wait a minute, is there something that is unfulfilled in me? And because something is unfulfilled and I desire to be fulfilled, what's the thing I can now assign to my life that's going to be hard for me to do, that when I do it, now it elevates the station of life that I am in. It now transforms how I think about how I show up every single day. So back to the hip hop fitness thing. If I'm gonna do hip hop fitness, I'm doing it because I'm wanting to get healthy. I'm wanting it, but I could go to Planet Fitness. I could do some exercise at home. So no, I'm not wishing for that. No, I'm wishing for it because there's an ultimate goal that says I want to be an instructor. So I've got to now build into my everyday practice. So the list is all of the stuff that I have to now do so that my wish can come true. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what the list is to me.
Still, I think I'm still struggling with the word wish.
Talk to me.
Because when I hear that word wish, but you're doing all of the things in order to achieve that, it's not a wish anymore. To me, a wish is just like something, like you said, is unattainable, or hard to obtain, I should say, like that. And it's just out here. So then that's no, and if you're working towards it, then it's no longer, right?
Maybe so, maybe no. What say ye in the chat? This one is I want to hear from the people.
Okay.
I'm challenged. Okay.
All right. Johnny need to be motivated. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, we do want to hear from the chat. Like, I definitely can agree with that, because I think both of your perspectives are spot on. And I think what you said, CT, when we talk about the word wish and how we have to blow the word wish out of any tangible, obtainable thing, because you don't have to wish for something that you can just get, right? You can just go get it yourself. But at the same time, you can just wish and be lazy. So, I mean, I could wish that somebody would feed me today. Right. Though if I don't call anybody, I don't ask anybody, I don't do any of the work to get someone to give me that, then it's just me wishing, and I'll never be able to have it.
Yeah.
And right on time. What the saying? A wish without a plan is just a dream, and you hit the nail on the head. Yes. That is exactly what we wanted to get to. That when you want to make that motivational wish list, or that wish list, you then need to make sure you understand the steps that it takes to acquire it. It's great to wish for the world. It's great to wish for the motivation to do something. But if you never incorporate the steps to execute said, hey, I want to, like me, one of my things that I really want to do is I love cooking, and I love, mixology and consulting with this stuff. So if I wish, right, that I could do those things, and I don't practice, I don't go out here and cook and get people to try my food and all of the discipline and all of the work that has to go with it, then Aaliyah's right. It's just a dream. And it's something that will never happen. So I think we've established the baseline for what a wish is now, right? And I can agree with you, CT, when we say that our wish list is all of the milestones, the steps that we have to take in order for the wish to come true, right? All right, so we're all in agreement there. Johnny, are you good now?
I'm good. I mean, I'm good.
You know what I wish though?
What? Yeah.
I wish that we had a dictionary, because Melanie putting out words out in the. I'm just playing.
Look at him. Just walk over to him right now.
I mean, I think she's right. I think of a wish as ethereal. I think it's good. A wish is a fantasy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I get behind these things, right? Now, because to every person, when you approach something that you want. See? Listen, we're gonna leave Mel alone, okay? Don't chocolate drop. Don't get put in the corner. Yeah, the chocolate drop gonna get put in the corner today. Keep playing around. I would say I would definitely think that we all have intrinsic motivations to want to do things greater than what we have ever seen ourselves do, right? Therefore, it becomes a wish to see yourself in certain positions, in certain lights, in certain, in certain opportunities. And then the work that you do makes those wishes come true, right? I want to ask you guys, do you have any motivational wish list things that you would like to share? I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, this could be your New Year's resolutions, whether you believe in them or not, but things that you want to see come true in 2024 going on in your life. So I'll start with you this time, CT. Do you have any wish lists that you want to share with everybody?
I mean, in the spirit of how you was rhyming, I wish it was like a couple of years ago. I want my wish to come true in 2022. But no, like I wish I had $1 million. I wish, like, there's all of these things that I wish for, right? And that they are achievable, but they are achievable when they are assigned, like I was saying before, when they're assigned to something that is actual.
Yeah.
But I think the very best wishes that you can have are assigned to your ability to see something, to dream something. Thank you, Aaliyah. And then to put yourself to work towards accomplishing that thing. So in the spirit of the question, many of you all know I am working hard to put myself in the very best position where I can share my voice and my perspective and in so many different ways, through facilitation, through training, etc., in 2024. And so it is no longer a wish. It is something I'm going to do, right? It was a wish some years ago when I could see it, but not necessarily had the wherewithal or the motivation to achieve it. And I'm motivated, right? And sometimes life has to happen life has to happen. Let me just say it that way. Life happens. And when life happens and you give yourself permission to learn from life, those lessons are the things that turn dreams into possibilities. And so when I start thinking about my next year and years to follow, I wish more for my family. I wish more for my bank account. I wish more for my ability to see the world differently, right? I am a continual learner, and I wish that I lived in a world where people actually care for each other. I wish I lived in a world where there was value of different perspectives, and that even if I didn't agree with you or don't agree with you, I'm not going to be disagreeable towards you. I'm just going to say, you know what? We disagree, and now we keep living together. And so the impossibility of some of the things I just put on my wish list versus the thing that I say I'm no longer wishing for, because the wish that was a dream that now will be.
Oh, right. I like that. The wish that was is now the dream that shall be. So we living in the dreams that we have wished for. I like it. There we go. Okay. So Johnny, well, hold up. Yeah. So I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl that looked good. I would call her. All right, thanks, Cam. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a. No,
I got jokes tonight.
I know everybody lit today. Okay. So Johnny, I'm gonna come to you. Do you have a wish list that you would like to share with us today?
My list is, again, I'm coming back to that word of discipline.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I think about the things that I want to accomplish, I'm working towards all of those, right? Like, I'm just like CT was saying, I'm living in the dreams that I have for myself at this very moment. And so I want to continue that. But in order to continue that is going to take for me to be disciplined. So disciplined around carving out time for creativity instead of grabbing the phone. Could I be writing? Could I be reading? Could I be, whatever? Same thing with my health, making sure that I am creating good habits around there. So I'm eating the right things and exercising like I should be. And CT missing.
She froze.
Finances.
There it is. Come back. Froze for a minute.
We lost you. What happened?
Oh no.
All right, now you good now. Though? Yeah, you good.
And CT mentioned.
Wait, what was the last thing I said?
You was about to say something really good because you said, and like CT said. So clearly, whatever you was about to say
was real deep.
It was
real deep. It was real good. No, you mentioned your pockets, you mentioned finances, right? But in order for me to get the amount that I want, the dream amount that you may have, you got to be disciplined. It takes work. So you can't just out here just like, oh, I hope I can have $1 million one day. And to get the $1 million, I'm going to have to work towards it. Right. And be disciplined around those things. And the same thing with my family, just showing up, being a good daughter, wife, mother, sister, that whole thing. So it's really around showing gratitude and being disciplined over the blessings that I have and making sure that I'm being a good steward of all of those things.
Yeah. All right. So she's wishing for discipline.
She said it at the beginning, and you wasn't trying to hear her on the discipline.
I heard her.
And now she came back to it. She said, I said.
Yeah, listen, like
I said
what I said and said with your chest. All right, okay. I got to worry about it. Ladies and gentlemen, just know that they abused me when we all scream.
There might be some truth to that. There might be a little bit to that.
Oh, gosh. You weren't supposed to admit it. So for me, my wish list is really just that, right? Like, I really wish that. Oh, Johnny is truly. Yes.
There we go. Wish. I wish I would.
Listen, I wish. Well, Mama, you spoken to. I wish I was a little bit more disciplined with my eating too. Like, but I like cooking, so it's a contradiction sometimes. It's like I'm cooking something that I have to try, but I don't need to eat a whole bunch of it. But then there's not a bunch of people to eat it, so it's like. But I want to keep making food. I mean, technically, somebody needs to let me just live with them and cook all the time, because that's what I would do every day. I would just play in the kitchen, and half time I wouldn't even eat. I would just I cook and don't even eat. So I wish that I could just cook every day and play around in the kitchen and make whatever comes to mind, drink, food, dessert, whatever. That's a wish of mine that I really do. I do execute. I do execute that wish all the time. I truly enjoy it. Another wish of mine, of course, is for my kids to be healthy and happy and successful in their lives. And it's my job as a father to impart them with all of the wonderful gifts and hard lumps that I had to take in life, and give it to them so that they're, in a better position. So I just wish for them to have successful lives. And one of my biggest wishes is that my mom buys the Aston Martin Vanquish that she's been trying to have. My mom is obsessed with James Bond, and she really loves the vintage Aston Martin Vanquish, which is the car that James Bond drove. So my mom wants that, and I really wish that I could have the money to be able to buy my mom a Aston Martin Vanquish. I think that would be really cool. It'd be the best gift that I could ever give her. I've seen them. They look like clown cars compared to my size. So another wish of mine is to lose weight without actually having to work out. I think that's a real fun thing. He said hip hop fitness. I just want to do hip hop and fit nowhere. Okay. I just want to fit somewhere that will allow for me to burn calories and not actually have to do any real work. But I do it.
So, but wait a minute, you bring up something I think is important. So let's just push this into the conversation since
here we go.
Right. So a lot of times, y'all remember the movie Aladdin?
Yeah.
And you remember that Aladdin got to be who he was because why?
A wish.
From what?
A genie in a lamp.
A genie in a bottle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he rubbed the bottle 3 times. The genie comes out and he tells him, you get 3 wishes.
Uh-huh.
And some people, not anybody on this pod or anybody in the chat, sits around thinking that my way of getting my wishes is through a genie in a bottle. Yeah. Some people try to treat God like a genie, but I digress. So it's not that you can just say that's the thing that I want. I think, Johnny, let me go ahead and co-sign on the discipline thing. Let me just
Come
jump
on.
in. Let me get in the double dutch on the jump
Okay.
in, because I think there's something important about this idea that sometimes people wish for things that just aren't possible, not because they can't, not because they shouldn't,
Come
but
on.
because it might be the very best way to protect them from themselves. Yeah. Like, if somebody else on this pod dressed like Heavy D had Heavy D's money, he might be able to get his mama that car. But that's not his lot. Unless you start rapping, and I'm not sure that you do because I haven't heard it come up yet. But if you did,
Wait, hold up. Hey, Cam, he didn't know I actually was a signed artist and have records too. Oh man, this is just
turn my camera off. How do I go into the background? That's what I need to do right now.
Leave me alone.
It's like, so sometimes it I love how we can flow in and out of a conversation and laugh and be serious. But sometimes the reality is we throw these things out. We want something that is just not in the cards for us.
But I'm saying, CT, I mean, why can't I wish for the unattainable that will never ever happen? Why can I not shoot
like the song "To Dream the Impossible Dream"?
Yes.
To fight the unbeatable foe.
Yes.
That's a song in a movie.
It is.
Let me be responsible. There are some things that when we work hard enough and we're disciplined and we put our minds to it, we can achieve anything that we want to. That Horatio Alger story, right? You can be anything that you want to be.
Yeah.
And that is an aspirational way of thinking about it. And I'm not saying people shouldn't, but I want people to be motivated by not wishing for something that is not a part of who they are. Agreed. Because when you spend all your time wishing for something that's unattainable, you might be missing the thing that is right in front of you that is attainable, that actually solves the thing you're wishing for.
Yes.
So, and I want to touch on the genie aspect, because I think that's exactly why I was saying what I was saying. So we could get to that point to be like, yeah, I mean, it's nice to just wish for just blank wishes. But when we use the example of Aladdin and the genie, there were consequences to every single wish that you made, right? And because you didn't do the work for the wish, it always came with some false positive, right? Or some false sense of, I came up, but it really took everything away from you.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you that hollow wishes without work never turn into reality, right? Like, I mean, hey, I wish to be the first man on Mars, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to be the first man on Mars, dropping bars on Mars, okay? And dropping bars on Mars. You heard me.
I saw it.
Yeah, something. Yeah, dropping bars on Mars.
Oh, okay.
That's me. I want to do that, but of course, I'm not an astronaut. I don't have any of the skills to ever do these things. But it's a nice wish.
Yeah,
and I may be able to make it come through in a fake way where I can put a green screen behind me, put Mars there, and it'd be like, yeah, I'm dropping bars on Mars, and I'm like, oh, that was cute, but it never really happened. So I get it. Okay, all right. So bring me back to reality while y'all can. Now, I am so excited to hear about what Grandma would do when it came to a motivational wish list. Like, what would Grandma have to say about a wish list?
Interesting. Grandma does on occasion, Monday evenings on Easy Monday Motivation. She shows up with something to say about motivation. And here is what, by the way, those of you who are new to the pod, we do acronyms here. And while it is not my actual grandmother speaking, the thought came from what Grandma used to do. And she used to take our names and make acronyms and tell us how amazing we were. And so in the spirit of my wish for you, as you think about 2024, and the word is wishes, I'd like for you to think about it this way. My wish for you is that you be well. That's the W. That you pay attention to your wellness. That if you need to see a therapist, go see one. If you need to go see your dentist, go see one. If you need to go see your doctor, go see that person. So that you can begin to, if you want to have the discipline to accomplish the thing that you wish for, you've got to be well to do it. And what is fun for me is that because I don't know what your wish is, the I is it. You better go do it. Whatever your it is, go do it. But you can't do it if you're not well. So go see your doctor. And when you know what your it is, it's interesting that in the S, this season, people experience stress. I gave you 2 S's because I want to make a point clear. They say that stress comes from unmet expectations. I'd love for you in this season to reset your expectation on whatever your it is, where your it is. Because if you want your wishes to come true and you're well and you've defined your it, but you've got all this stress in your life, maybe it's because you don't have the right expectations that have been set. So reset in this season. And when you reset in this season, I think the H becomes really important because you're well. Now you're whole, not WHOL. It's HOLE. Yeah, I know how to spell. There's no holes in your life, right? Sometimes we got all of these gaps. And every time we step, we're stepping in a hole. And I have this in my head, I have this visual like we take one step towards the thing we want and we feel like we stumble. We take another step and we feel like we stumble. Well, maybe it's because you're not well. And if you got well and you're focused on your it because you've eliminated some stress, your holes become hope. I had to give 2 S's there because I couldn't let that one just pass away. And it becomes hopeful because you've erased the memory of what went wrong. That's your E. If I've got wishes, I'm erasing from my mind the things that kept me from being able to accomplish what it was. And when I do that really, really well, there's my easy Monday motivation voice. I now can be, there's the S, service to others. And when I'm service to others, because I've erased the frustration and the anxiety that comes with those memories from the holes that I ran into. And now I'm operating in a place of hope because in this season, I've eliminated some stress so I can go after it. And after I'm going after it, now I'm feeling really well. Thank you, Grandma.
Come on, Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma. All right, come on now with wishes. I see you with the wishes out here. I see you with the wishes out here. Oh, I
had a wish.
I got to do it for you because, like, if somebody was like, "What he just say?" They'd be like, "What?" That's right. You gotta hit that. What he say? All right, so
yes.
But man. Before we jump into my second favorite, like I love both of the segments. Before I move on to segment, I want to pull up the comment from Mama Mary where she says, she asked the question, are wishes a desire of your heart or is it between the mind and the heart? That's a very compelling question. I'm gonna come to. That's right. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm gonna come to you first, Johnny, and because we're gonna get you warmed up because you know what comes after what will grandma do. I'm gonna introduce that to, but I'm gonna let you answer that question.
You know, I think that it definitely becomes between the mind and the heart because really, I feel like the brain is at the center of all of our behavior and the things that we do, how we feel, how we show up in the world, the actions that we take, our behavior, all of that, it really stems from the brain and the mind. So I think it's definitely that connection between the two when we're talking about our wish is a desire of your heart. Mom went deep on this one.
She did.
I'm gonna have to like go and marinate and think about this for a minute.
We're gonna Mama Mary, we're gonna hold on to this one. This one is gonna actually be featured in season 2. So we really appreciate that. I definitely think we can pull. I got you. I wasn't gonna not let you go. I was just letting her know, like, I think this is something that we can really build on. But go ahead, CT.
Yeah, I think so too.
And and in that spirit, I think there is something rich about the depth of that question.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we do on this pod is that we do it that way. So sometimes we stay surface so that we reach an audience and a body of individuals that the concepts that we're sharing can be understood by many, right? And the question at the heart of her question really speaks to the heart of who you are, right? The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. The way that I, as a believer, find out what I'm wishing for is by hiding God's word in my heart, because there's no greater promise of something being accomplished in my life for me than what the word of God says, because the word of God is true. And if it's hidden in my heart, then how is it going to go from my heart to something that I can actually do? Well, it's got to go to my mind. Well, what's the Bible have to say about the mind? Well, the mind is the place where it's all being processed. It does say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But then it goes on to say that every day I'm to renew my mind. So I'm to do what is the good, perfect, and acceptable will of God. She did say, we were doing a little Bible study last week, so I figured I'd add a little segment right now. Right. So if out of the abundance of my heart, my mouth will speak, and if my mind is renewed daily, the freshness of how my mind is renewed because of the wishes that are in my heart, because I recognize the thing that I can accomplish happens, that out of the mouth flow the issues of life, blessings and cursings. And so if I want to bless the thing that is in my existence, I'm going to speak something that I've heard in my heart. What's that I heard in my heart? That I'm the head, I'm not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. What have I heard in my heart? That I will soar up with wings as eagles. I will run and not be weary. I will walk and not faint. They that wait upon the Lord, that shall be renewed. My strength shall be renewed. And so when it's in my heart and it goes from my heart to my mind, out of my mind, because my mouth and out of my mouth, I hear it. And now that I hear it, I now can understand how I can get some things done. So that was a little minor Bible thing. But when we start thinking about the concept of wishes mapped against this idea that there is something rich and real about who we are foundationally, I'm no longer wishing for something. I'm believing for a thing. And I'm believing that all things are possible through him who loves me and gave himself for me. And so that I know that all things are possible because I've got his word hidden in my heart and I've renewed my mind daily. Then all things are possible for me. So just a thought.
All right. And Mama Mary said CT, yes, she will be collecting the offering before people leave. So we would pass it around the plate. Please like, subscribe, and share the content here. Turn on your notification bells, because this is how we get to you. This is how you get your message. Matter of fact, you lucky I didn't go. I left my tambourine over there. I would have went in. I definitely agree with both of you on that you know, it is both, right? You know, CT, I can't say it as eloquently as you did, but what I am gonna do and say eloquently, the only way that I say it, because it is me saying it, Johnny CT just delivered what would grandma do, and we want to know, Johnny, what you got?
That gets me every time. It gets me every time. I was trying to be serious too. I was looking real serious, and then Susie said, "Oh, here it comes. Here it comes." But listen up, y'all. Did you know that 90% of New Year's resolutions completely fall by the wayside within the first couple of months?
Yeah.
Within the first couple of months, right? And there's been a study to kind of see why those things happen. Why does it just go by the wayside? You know, people make these goals of what they want to accomplish for the year, and then comes February, it's all gone. Okay, there's a few different reasons why I created a list here, but one is that the idea is too big. Now, we've been talking a lot about wishes and dreams, and I am a big believer in following your dreams, and I don't think you have to minimize those either, right? But we talked a lot about it, you know, them being obtainable. Can these things actually happen, especially within a year's time? I don't know. So are we making our dreams too big, or our goals too big for the year? The other one is is that we're not considering the why behind it, right? So if I say, matter of fact, I'll take you back. So when I turned 30, I think I've shared this before, I made it a point that I was going to start taking care of my health and really take care of myself. And so I started running, started practicing yoga, watching what I eat, all of these things. But my why was not necessarily to lose weight. My why was to be here for my kids, so I can have a long, healthy, happy life, build up my endurance, be stronger, clear skin, all of those things. My why was greater than just what it said on the scale, which kept me motivated to do it until it became a habit and a lifestyle for myself.
Mm.
And then the last thing is that they were not specific enough. So we often let go of our goals or our dreams or whatever because we haven't been specific enough. And we've kind of sprinkled that in there a little bit too. So I think it's important, like as we're talking about setting those goals, maybe they're New Year's resolutions, maybe they're wish lists, whatever it is, let's create some habits around those wishes, around those dreams, so that we can actually accomplish them. Because the truth is, we can do it, right? We can actually do it if we take those small accountable steps to work ourselves to that ultimate goal.
Mm.
So I just hope that people are walking away knowing that it doesn't have to be just a wish or just a dream or something that you put on the shelf and like, oh yeah, that will never happen. It can happen, right?
Yeah.
If you just take the necessary small steps along the way, and before you know it, everything that you once wished upon are now coming true.
That's good.
So just be encouraged to do it.
I love it. I love it. So that answers my question of Johnny, what you got?
Johnny got something.
She got gems, y'all. Every time I be like, Johnny, what you got? She be looking at me like, I don't even know why I don't even know where that came from. Like, you know where it came from. Johnny, what you got? So I got these. She hit me like I got them gems. Got them gems, and I ain't talking about like gymnastics. I'm just gems. Got them. I wanna just thank you guys for everything that you do and that you bring to the podcast and all of the wonderful conversations that we have, the fun that we have, the spirit of it, the energy, the flow. Like, this wouldn't be possible, if I didn't have great co-hosts like you both to sit here and share and give, because we're giving people. So I want to go ahead and go into our final thoughts so we can wrap up for the night. And my final thought, I'm going to start the final thoughts today because typically I always kind of make you guys go and I don't really always jump in, but every now and then I got something.
What you got?
So no, don't hit me with the Eric, what you got? I'm like, nothing at all. No. So one of my biggest motivations or people who I look up to is The Rock. And the reason why I like The Rock is because, I know he had to kind of navigate his career, but he made it to a place where he gets to be authentically himself.
Yeah.
And that you can respect. And one thing that he would always say, I'm a big believer in this. It's called one day. And there are a lot of people who see it in one way, where you say, I'm going to do something one day. One day I'm going to go and do X, or one day I'm going to do this. But he flipped it and he said, you can deal with the concept of one day, or you can start it as day one. And when we think of the concept of day one, that is you executing to both of the points that you made. That's you doing it, not talking about it. Yeah. And I think for me, it was just that simple. Either it's day one or one day. And I kind of live by that, where I'm like, I'm not going to let the day go by to where now I got to say one day, or I got to repeat day one. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to repeat day one over and over again. Like, this is not Groundhog's Day, okay? I'm getting out of this. I'm going to be on day 2, and then I'm going to take it to day 3. That's that discipline and consistency to get those dreams to become reality. So I really wanted to share that with you guys. Day 1 or one day, that is just the way. It's simple for me. I live that way. When I go to the gym and I'm listening to music and stuff, I'm counting the days of that I've executed this. So I know, like, I'm on day like 130 something, and I feel great.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to look back and wonder, like, the one day. So,
love that.
Running a little low on juice here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut over to CT, and I'll be right back.
In the spirit of what E said, some of you may have seen, goodness gracious, a couple weeks ago, I did a post that talked about a gentleman I met in San Antonio. And he said, live every day like it's your first. But I saw something else that I thought was appropriate to leave you with in my final thoughts today. Cam, cue the video for us.
What's your advice?
It's very simple. I handled today, and I don't look back because yesterday is gone, and I don't plan for next week because things change in a moment. So that's the whole secret. Just take care of each day by itself.
And my wish is that I never lose another day, because I was so worried about what happened yesterday, or so concentrating on what I have to do tomorrow, that I miss what's in today. So my encouragement to each of us, as I think about my wish, is that I stay present in each day that I'm in.
I love it. And that old lady dropped some bars.
Yes, that was so good.
Yeah, it was. All right, Johnny, my leads. You get to
wrap us up here. Oh my gosh, you all did such a great job, and I'm just taking all of that with me. That's for sure. I just want everyone to know that you can do whatever CT said today. Whatever your it is, you're so more than capable of accomplishing it, right? So forget about those folks who may not be on board with whatever your it is and can't see your vision. Whatever in your past that may have been holding you back, I say just go for it. Make today your day 1. It's what, about 9 o'clock or so? So what? It's 9 o'clock. Make today your day 1 and just get started, and let's do the thing, because there are people that are waiting for your gift. Whatever it is that you have and that dream you have and the things you want to accomplish, someone's out there waiting for you to do it. So let's just go for it and do the thing.
I love it. Go for it and do the thing.
Do the thing.
All right. Do the thing. Do the thing. All right. Don't worry, y'all. Next season, we are going to be off the hook. Okay. Just know that we have now played around with all of the motivations and the subjects that we wanted to really touch on. I'm so happy to have been on this journey with you guys. I mean, I'm like, again, I get so excited for Mondays just to see you guys and be able to talk to you, the fun that we have. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are so happy to have you with us and to comment, to like, to share, to be in the room with us when we're having these conversations, to add to the conversation as well, because we wouldn't be who we are without the people who support us, and you guys make this happen. So I do want to go ahead and do our tag and say, please like and subscribe. We're on YouTube every Monday. We will be taking a holiday break, so be on the lookout for that. We do have 2 more episodes that will be coming out before we kick into the next season. We'll kick off in the beginning of 2024. So thank you very much, Chris. We're very excited about 2024. Just know that we're going to be looking to you guys. We're going to be calling people in. We're going to have guests. So if you're interested in participating and being a guest on the show, you can always reach out to us. We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, anywhere you see us. We're a little bit everywhere now. We've kind of blown up a little bit real fast, and we're only going to continue to get bigger. So we really, really look forward to it. CT, Johnny, my liege, are there any holiday wishes that you want to share with people before we sign off today?
I'm thinking.
That's right. No, they don't want
rest. Oh, get some rest.
There it is. Everybody get some rest. There it is.
Everybody get some rest for real, because we get caught up in all the hype of doing all the things. Yeah, don't we? Right? Like, oh, I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to get this. And you spend all your money and you waste all your time. So get some rest and be present in the moment, like our girl just said.
Yeah. Listen, I apologize because you asked the question and my genie bottle like popped open. And I was just like, genie. I was like, literally, I was rubbing the lamp like, can I get? And I was talking directly to Melanie. Can I get? And I was like, wait, that's not what this is. It's not.
No, that's not what this is.
Did I hear a slap? I know I heard a slap. I know I heard out of nowhere. It was like you need to stop.
That's fire. No, it's not me.
Right. That's what it's like. He said what? No, not
Mel.
Mel, come get him. No, guys. Again, we're looking forward to it. We have 2 more episodes before we're out this season. Go ahead and hit us with the no one more time.
No. 1,000 times no.
Making a cameo in our episode.
Yes, we will have a no episode next year. But yes, with that, it is that time. We want to thank you guys. Thank you, CT. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for all of those tuning in. Thank you to our listeners.
Thank you.
And we will be back again next week. But until then, you can just chill until the next episode. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
Peace.